Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Options Moneymaker and News Cycle Trading and Analytics Q&A. I am Erin Rumley. I also have with me tonight Kristen Kane. Hello, Kristen.
Hello, good evening.
Kristen is the wonderful, friendly voice that you hear every single day in our live trading room, guiding you through our various signals and strategies that we have with our futures trading and our Aurora trading signals. Kristen, why don't you talk a little bit about what you do in the live trading room with teaching them how to learn how to trade and then trade to earn?
Sure, yeah, I'd be happy to. So, for those of you who spend time in the live trading room with me, you know there are four key things that we talk about in detail throughout the day. The first is learning how to enter trades. We have 6 different trade entry strategies that we use in Aurora. And so periodically we will pause, talk in detail about each of those strategies, and just really learn how to enter a trade properly. Then we learn how to manage that trade once we're in it. Where do we put our parameters, our profit and our stop? How do we adjust our stop based on market conditions or some of our trading management strategies? Also, one of the really important factors, we've seen it a lot lately, is making sure you know how to manage your DOM or your trading platform. It's one thing to really understand how to enter a trade, how to manage that trade, know all the rules, but the skill of actually doing it on the dome can be challenging. And so oftentimes in the live trading room, we'll bring up a dome and we'll simulate some of that trading activity. We'll talk about some of the things that might happen if you have impulse moves, how to manage that trade if you have significant slippage. So we'll talk about those options as well. And then finally, when do you stop trading? Do you just trade like a robot all day long without ever stopping? Or is there a strategy that you can use to help you keep your profits each day? And we have a strategy we use called PATS and talk a lot about that in the live trading room as well. So learn how to enter a trade, learn how to manage those trades once you're in them, know how to manage your dome, and know when to stop. That is the key to being successful with the Aurora trading system.
Absolutely. And then just to add on to that, focusing on one day can really narrow your mindset when it comes to trading. You really feel those losses and even those wins. You have those high highs and low lows. But we always encourage looking at your overall portfolio and looking at your performance based on a week or a month or inception to date as well. The current averages for the Aurora system, so the PBs, the PB3, PB5, PB13 are averaging about $1,700 a day. The A's signals, which are the 5 and 10-minute 3A, 4A, and fractals, are about $900 a day. And then the oil futures, which are 5, 10, 15-minute chart, 3A, 4A, and fractals, is averaging about $1,000 a day. Now, this average does take into account a maximum of a $1,700 loss. So once the loss for the day hits that amount, we stop trading or we stop calculating it into this average. So if it hits $1,700, but then went back to end up positive $2,000, what is going into our average is that negative 1,700. And then it's been it's a news-filled week that we have this week. FOMC was today. We've been doing a lot of research on FOMC and how to trade FOMC weeks because they just behave a little bit differently than our average week. In addition to that, we have the consumer price index tomorrow and retail sales on Friday. So it's just a news-driven week. Now, specifically with FOMC, what we've seen is that our PBs, even though overall they are the most profitable per week, when it comes to FOMC, they tend to lag behind for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can see that Monday's average is significantly below where we would expect it to be. But the A's, and the A's are the 3A and 4A on 5 and 10 minute, along with 5-minute fractals, is averaging greater than its daily average on a Monday and Tuesday. So with the PBs, which are the PB3s, 35s, and 13s, having a 3-day total of about $1,600 compared to the A's, which again are the 3A, 4A on the 5 and 10 minute, along with the 5-minute fractals, scoring about $1,000 more than that at $2,600. When it comes to FOMC weeks, we encourage trading the A's. Now, when it comes to Wednesday, Wednesday just overall is a underperformer. Wednesday on PBs actually averages negative. FOMC days, this is only FOMC Wednesdays. It's not every single Wednesday. This is just FOMC weeks. PBs on FOMC day is down, averages a negative amount. So we have talked in the live trading room frequently that the PB strategy, which again is the PB3s, 35s, and PB13s from our Aurora system, this is what Kristen calls out in the room every single day, averages a negative amount. So we have encouraged in the room that if you want to trade on FOMC days, your better bet is to trade the A's. While it is not a strong day compared to what our normal averages are, it's still a nice profitable day. $567.50 is what it's currently averaging. And again, those A's are listed right down here, our 3 A's, 4 A's on the 5-minute and 10-minute, along with 5-minute fractals. Kristen also will announce these in the live trading room, but primarily her focus is the PB signals. So you can see that Mondays and Tuesdays, and really the 3-day average, the A's in just FOMC week tend to be the better strategy to trade. Now, we don't have the additional data from tomorrow and Friday yet to add into this. This Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday does include this week. We obviously don't have Thursday and Friday yet. Thursday and Friday start to get back to more of that normal, and they're pretty much on par with each other, averages just off by less than $200 on Thursday and less than $100 on Friday. So we found this very interesting and apply it to our personal trading as well. And we decide to usually just sit out on Wednesdays, and especially with how FOMC works on Wednesday, we can see us get into quite a tight range as we start to wait for that 2 o'clock news. So us personally, the majority of the times we are sitting out on Wednesday and essentially just taking the day off as a trader. And for those of you that don't have to run a live trading room, that means that you can spend your time doing something else instead, especially with Monday and Tuesday being the more profitable days when we're looking at the A strategy. Kristen, do you have anything to add? I know you have a lot of hands-on experience with the FOMC week averages.
Nothing to add, just that as I was watching it this week and we just continued to get confirmation of what we're seeing, it just really makes me feel good about the decisions that we've made because it's based on the data that we've collected. So this week seems to be following suit.
And we'll see what tomorrow and Friday come with, especially with consumer price index and the retail sales news announcements tomorrow and then Friday. Something else we want to talk about, we did send out this notice to our Aurora subscribers For those of you that have the Infinity trading platform, it is planned to be discontinued the end of Q1 of 2023. So somewhere around March, it's planned to be discontinued. And because of that, we encourage you to reach out to Glenn at NinjaTrader. For those of you that are not aware, Infinity Futures, Trade of 8, and NinjaTrader are all owned by NinjaTrader. So hopefully you worked with him initially to set up your Infinity Futures account. That's what we recommend. If not, you can still work with him to get a trial, a demo of both Trade of 8 and NinjaTrader. We encourage you to try them out to see which one you are more comfortable with. We are still doing our own analysis of the two platforms. When we decide which direction we're going, we will let you know. It may be a different direction than you choose due to some flexibility that specifically NinjaTrader has with the potential for CycleBot. That may end up being the direction that we go due to that reason alone, but we have not made a decision yet. So there are some pros to both of them. Trade of 8 does connect directly with TradingView, which is where our signals, our Aurora trading system is hosted. So you could end up trading directly through TradingView if you choose to. They both come with free plans. These prices are, it's all in, all inclusive. So it's the commissions and fees, the exchange fees, and the clearing fees. So it's an all-in price to compare them evenly side by side. So Trade of 8's free plan is at $2.18 a contract, one way. Their active trader plan, if you do a lot of trading of in and out trading, which if you're in our live trading room, trading in the Aurora system, you should do the math, but most likely the active trader plan and the commission-free membership may be the better options for you because of the discount rate per contract. So something to think about is how many contracts you trade. Again, these prices are one way. So something to think about is how much you trade your one way. So you could always look at your round trips and then multiply that by 2 and see what makes the most sense for you. But again, it's important that you request a demo of both of these. They both have a dome that is similar to Infinity, but there are definitely learning curves with both of them because it is not identical to Infinity. On NinjaTrader, because of the one cancels the other orders that we use when we place our trades, such as inserting a manual stop, you would want to do at least the lease plan. The free plan doesn't allow you to use one cancel the other. So that's something to keep in mind if you are looking at NinjaTrader. Trade of 8 has web-based PC, Mac, and actually has a mobile app. I've not tried out the mobile app. I think we do a little bit too much, too quick trades probably for a mobile app to be applicable, to be realistic, but it does exist. And then NinjaTrader is PC-based, of course, just like Infinity. If you wanted it on a Mac, you could install Parallels to install it on Mac instead. And then both of them, these are pricing for NQ. Both of them have the same commission rate for NQ, which is $1,000, which is what Infinity is currently as well. So I would highly encourage you to reach out to Glenn. Here's his email address, here's his phone number, so you can gain access to free trials with these two platforms. He'll be able to answer questions that you have as well with moving your account from Infinity to either Trade of 8 or NinjaTrader. He'll be able to answer all of those questions that you may have. If you're not ready to, if you don't have time yet to use your trial to try these out, then you can always look at their demo videos that they have online on YouTube or on their website to get an idea or a feel for what they are like as well. So we hadn't heard much from all of you about this, so just wanted to reiterate it again, that if you do have an Infinity Futures account, end of quarter run sounds like a far away, and it is, but you want to be prepared and you want to have time to practice on the platform you choose to switch to. It's an important part, as Kristen talked about, knowing your DOM. It's not something that you want to just decide on a whim and start trading live on a new DOM, going from Infinity one night to Tradovate the next day and expect things to be seamless. So it's definitely you want to be able to practice and sim on these before you move to live. And then we'll get to questions. And of course, if you have any more questions, you can always visit newcycletrading.com/services. We have our Aurora system information up there as well. So let's get to some questions. So Kay is asking, what is PB? So PB is our strategy that comprises the PB3s, PB35s, and PB13s. All of our education is free on our website, where you can view exactly what the PBs are, but a very, very quick overview is a PB3 is when our Aurora system, which is down here, this PBA down here, on the 3-minute chart, does not have any conflict with the CXA on a 5-minute chart. So it is when you have, trying to find one that's not a 35. So right here at 1854, you have a blue bar, and on the aligned bar on the 5-minute, you have a gray bar, so you don't have any conflict. If it was a red bar, there would be conflict. Since there's no conflict, that's a PB3. If they're aligned, the 3-minute and the 5-minute, then it's a PB35. So at this 1912 bar, you have a blue bar on the 3-minute and a blue bar on the 5-minute chart. And a PB13 is when you have alignment between the 3-minute and the 10-minute chart.
Aaron, Paul is also asking, what is a PB? So we covered that, Paul. Then you're also asking, what is an A? The other part of our Aurora strategy are our A trades. We look at A trades off of our 5-minute and 10-minute charts when we're trading NQ. When you're trading something like oil, we have data that supports trading A off of the 5, 10, and 15-minute charts, but you can trade them off of any charts that you wish. An example of an A trade on the 5-minute chart, you can see there's a 3A short. There's a wonderful indicator that just pops right up on the price bar. And the criteria that's behind that is actually the price bar color, the PBA, which actually is not on our chart. It's okay, you don't need to see the PBA because you have the flag, the 3A flag, but there's an alignment between the price bar color, the PBA, and then your profit flow oscillator, which is this indicator down at the bottom here. So when you have a white price bar, the PBA, and the profit flow oscillator align, that's a 3A. Then when the price bar color matches those other two indicators, that's a 4A. So it's
which
just,
we might get one here at in 20 seconds if this next bar is blue.
perfect timing.
Yeah, most likely the PBA is blue as well because CXA is blue. And then if we get a blue PFO, then you would see a 4AL, which is a 4A long, appear here. We'll see if we're pulling down. So yes, it is. So there's the alignment between the blue price bar. There's a blue PBA. We can't see it because I don't have it on this chart. And then a blue PFO.
And so when you have that alignment, that is just your indicator to enter a long trade. And then of course we have certain parameters that we use, and then certain guidelines that we have established for managing those particular trades. And you can find those on our website under our free education. There are some PDFs that you can actually download that give you all of the trade entry criteria and the trade management strategies. All of those are free online. You can grab any of those. And then that's the fun that we have every day in the live trading room. I would call out that long signal. I would say long, and then remind everybody what bar open was. That's our entry price, and where your stop and your profit should be, as well as how to manage the trade as time continues.
Debbie's asking, what about oil for the FOMC week? It was initially part of our research, but we found no indication of a, what's the right word, of a change in performance as we did with NQ. So it's not something that we have continued to look into. So I don't have exact numbers, but when we were first evaluating it, it was very clear that NQ had a difference, but oil didn't seem to be affected. And then I think I answered your other questions. The platforms do have a dome. They're similar, using that word loosely, to Infinity. I don't want you to open up NinjaTrader or Tradevate and expect to see an Infinity lookalike, but they do have something similar to Infinity. Yes, Rod, Tradevate does have the one cancel the other feature. There are, again, different little nuances that you'll have to get used to with whichever platform you do choose. For example, my first day on Tradevate in Sim, I definitely placed a bunch of accidental orders. So there is a little bit of a learning curve. And again, this is why we're bringing this to your attention now, so you have time to practice in Sim and really get to understand the platform that you choose. Jean, those are most likely the two final choices for us, either Tradevate or NinjaTrader, unless we come across something that is clearly superior. Those are most likely where we will go, since there had already been discussions for us to look at NinjaTrader for CycleBot, which, for those of you that aren't aware, CycleBot is the automated trading software. CycleBot and NinjaTrader offered more opportunity with CycleBot than what we were seeing with Infinity. So even prior to learning about this, NinjaTrader had been something that we were starting to look into. So we will most likely end up at one of these two unless something far superior comes along. Debbie, I don't know the minimum amount to fund accounts for these two platforms. Their websites were very informative. So everything that I showed you in the summaries, I found all that information on their website, which is really wonderful. They're very clear and transparent with their fees and their commissions and exactly everything that's included with each level. So I just encourage you to start with Glenn. Here, I'll get up his information again. Here we go. Start with Glenn. He'll give you a link, and for each of them to start your free trials, and then use that link as well to then look around their websites. I don't remember what Tradevate is, but someone's confirming NinjaTrader, you can put in as little as $50 and get sim trading for as long as you want. So that's for NinjaTrader. And then they also have pretty good pricing for micros as well. I found that their pricing was relatively reasonable. Again, that's also on their website. Something I did see today that I do need to double check with Glenn about is for those of you that trade oil, NinjaTrader seemed to be on par with what Infinity is, but Tradevate had an odd number in the 4,000 for margins. So I'm going to confirm with Glenn on that to see if that's accurate or not, but that was something that was a little bit surprising to me. So for those of you that trade oil, it's definitely something to consider as well. And again, margins are always subject to change, so are these commissions and fees, but those are the current rates right now. Absolutely, Debbie, if you want to trade oil during FOMC week, we did not see anything that gave us a red flag. In fact, Wednesdays were right about with averages of what we were seeing with oil.
Erin, I'm going to just pop in. We don't have any questions right now. I just want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we do in our live trading room. If you're here in the Q&A tonight and you're brand new to the Aurora system and looking to learn more, the first thing I would highly recommend is that you check out all of our free education on our website, newcycletrading.com/education. There are webinars that were recorded that give you the fundamentals to understand all of our PB trades. So the PB is just the name of the strategy that we give it, right? So a PB3 has a certain criteria that has to be met in order for that trade to, in order for us to enter that trade. And then we track every one of those trade strategies. And so on our website, there are videos and instructions on what is a PB3, what is a PB35, what is a PB13, and we have demonstrations on how to trade them, demonstrations on the chart, how to use the dome. All of that's included in the recordings that are a part of our kind of formal education part on the website. Then in the live trading room, we actually trade the system together. And so at 8 o'clock in the morning, we will open the room. I'll kind of tell you where we're at. We start trading at 7. And then as soon as 8 o'clock hits, I'll call out a trade signal if there is one that presents itself. So there might be, we're setting up for a short and maybe it's a 3A. So I will call out short, indicating that you should enter into a short trade and then talk about what strategy it is. Say it's a 3A, talk about where your profit should be set at your dome, where your stop should be set. And then as time clocks tick away, we'll talk about how to manage that trade. Do you ever adjust your stop? Do you close the trade early depending on certain conditions? Everything that's taught in the webinars that you can watch on your own, but we do it in real time with live charts every day so that you can build that knowledge and skill of trading the Aurora system. So if you're brand new and you're looking for that introductory, that initial training, you'll definitely want to start on our website, watch those videos, listen to those webinars, and then join us in the live trading room, trading in sim at first, so that you can get lots of practice We have a Q&A open in the live trading room, and happy to answer any of your questions that you have. If a trade comes on and you're not sure what it was, you can literally say, Kristen, what was that 9 o'clock trade that you called out? I don't understand. And I will go back through that and we'll talk through that. That's what the live trading room is for.
Absolutely. Kristen's great at guiding whether you're experienced or new through our signals. We don't expect you to show up and understand exactly how to read the entry and exit signals. As Kristen mentioned, there's newscycletrading.com/education. And there are videos on here on how to accept cookies. Our free education here, the Aurora Trading System guidelines. This is a great just a print off if you are better at just reading it written down. Then there's videos exactly showing you what a PB3 is, what a PB35 is, what a PB13 is, and then also what the 3As and 4As. You can jump around and view the specific video that makes the most sense for you. And then all the way at the top is if you're brand new, you've never heard of Aurora before, we recommend you join us in the live trading room free for a week. You can view those videos to give you a head start, but then Kristen's there to essentially be a live version of those videos guiding you through the signals. And she's not just standing there and saying, oh, we have a PB3, so we're long at PB3. No, she's sitting there going, okay, it looks like we're setting up for a PB3. It's because we have, well, and actually let's use PB35 because that is more likely. We have blue on the 5-minute chart. If we get a blue PBA, which will be right here in your chart at the beginning of the next bar, that's a PB35 and it would be a long entry. Those are the types of clues and keywords that she's using to help you understand what to expect. And she's telling you before the next bar so you can get ready. You can prep your dome. And again, if you're new, we encourage you to be in sim, but you're ready to click buy market if that signal shows up, because now you know all you're really waiting for is a blue bar down here at the beginning of the next bar for your entry. And we didn't get it, you can see it's not there, so it wouldn't be a valid entry. And those are the things that she's doing in the live trading room to help teach you if you're new to Aurora and to help reinforce if you're been with Aurora for a while as well. And we have a new indicator up here that actually takes these signals that we're talking about and puts them right at the top to make it very easy to see whether it's in alignment or not. So these top bars are all from the 3-minute chart. These middle bars are all from the 5-minute, and these lower bars are all from the 10-minute chart. So her attention would actually be up here looking for a new blue bar to show up at this top area and have it also have a blue bar in the middle area as well. So we don't have any other questions out there right now. I'll give it a little bit for anybody that might have questions. I'm going to go back one more time for anybody that needs to write down Glenn's information to contact him for trial. And you can request a trial of both. You don't have to pick one or the other. And then it's whenever you sign up for an account with one is when your trial will start. So it's not when you request it from Glenn. Lydia's asking if the 3 top bars that I was just pointing at, if they're a new feature, and they are. It's because looking appear horizontally from one chart to the next, the 3, the 5, the 10, was causing a slight delay in some of our entries to look for that alignment. We found that it's easier to just look in one place vertically. You can see if they're aligned or not. And then also if they're aligned, you start to see the signal appear as well. So a 3 for a PB3, a 35 for a PB35, and a 13 for a PB13. So it makes it easier to see the entry. This brings all 3 timeframes into one chart. This chart up here is a 1-minute chart, so there will be a bar printing every minute. But these signals will only appear if the bar aligns with a 3-minute, a 5-minute, or a 10-minute chart.
The other thing that is just amazing about this new indicator, we actually got to demonstrate it today in the live trading room. We always set up alerts. So along the right-hand side of the screen, you can see all of the alerts that are set up that confirm what we think we see actually did happen. And in the past, we would have to set up alerts on each of the different time frames. So we'd have like 3 different types of alerts on the 3-minute, the 5-minute, and the 10-minute. Well, this new indicator is amazing. It is every alert you need for all 3 of the PB signals by setting up just one alert. One simple alert gives you entry for a PB3, PB35, PB13, and it also gives you all of your stop alerts. You don't have to set up multiple alerts on multiple time frames. The getting your charts set up, because when you have to switch over to a new contract, you have to set up all new alerts. Literally one alert takes care of it all. It's phenomenal.
And that was our goal, was to make everything a little bit easier with the release of this. It's not changing the strategy at all. It's not changing what we look for entries. It's just a visually easier to read indicator and easier to create alerts.
Yeah, Lydia's saying this is very user friendly. Thanks. It has been a game changer. It really has. It's really fun to watch the charts and kind of anticipate what might be coming. We can always use all of our lower indicators and what's going on to be prepared to get an idea for what's happening. And then I just literally take my eyes off the bottom charts. I don't even look at them anymore. And I just look up at the top. And if a 3 comes up on the top line, that's usually a PB3. If a 35 comes up, then I'm in a PB30. It's just one place to look. Very fast entry, very easy visibility for exits. The indicators that you see on there, those white X's and the gray pluses, they help you know how to manage your trades. And so it's just everything you need to know in order to trade a PB is all in that one indicator. And we review that and cover that and talk about that in the live trading room.
So for example, this signal just came on really in, let's see, no, it's 5 seconds. So it came on at the last minute of, really last few seconds of the 36 bar. So really at 1938. But that's not an entry because it's not the beginning of any 3, 5, or 10-minute bar. But we can actually see in my alert log here that at the beginning of the 1939 bar, 5 seconds into it, there was a full alignment. There was a bar here for the 3-minute, the 5-minute, and the 10-minute. Now we only take signals that appear within the first 3 seconds, so it ends up not being valid because it came on 5 seconds. There might be a little bit more leeway in pre and post market when the market's moving this slowly, but That's what you're looking for, is the alert and alignment. But now we've also lost the 5 minute. So it's good that we wait only 3 seconds because the trade's not moving the right direction right now. See, now everything's aligning back up again, but we're 47 seconds into the bar. Again, we only take trades within the first 3 seconds of the open of a 3 minute, a 5 minute, or a 10 minute bar.
So one other note in terms of the live trading room, we talked when Aaron showed some of the previous slides about our averages for oil. We also in the live trading room can periodically shift back and forth between NQ and oil. We spend most of our time in the live trading room on NQ because it has the most activity, lots of opportunity for demonstrating and learning, but we can also look at oil charts and the entry strategy for oil while we're in the live trading room. If that's something that you're interested in, we can definitely demonstrate that. We also have a tracker. We track all of our trades in real time. So I am sitting at my desk at 7 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, tracking every trade in real time so that our tracking is as accurate as possible. We have all of that data. So if you'd like to see what we've tracked in terms of our individual trades, I can show that tracker information up throughout the day. You can do screenshots of that. We also have really great spreadsheet that contains all of our trade information. We can break our trade down by certain time frames during the day. If you're interested in just trading maybe from 7 in the morning till 9 in the morning, that's what you have available, and you want to understand what the averages are for any of our trades, whether it be the 3 PBs or the A's or even fractals, we can tell you what the averages are for given time frames. We can tell you what the averages are on certain days. All of that data is collected in real time, and we in the live trading room will share it all. We're more than happy to share all of that data.
And just real quick, that 1942 bar had this alignment, and so you can see the PB3 came on. So you have alignment between those signals, the 3 minute, the 5 minute, and the 10 minute.
Lydia,
yep, go ahead.
Yep, whenever we're talking about time, it's always in Eastern time, correct?
And Kristen's right, that tracker, we track in real time, so none of it is back testing. None of it is hindsight trading. It is all, we track the trade, exactly what happens, whatever happens, happens. And we track and trade it in real time to keep all of our data as accurate as possible. So whenever you have a question about what performance is during a specific time frame or on a specific day, or what happens if you stop every day once you hit a $1,200 loss, we have all of that. That's all available for us to look up for you for the PBs and for the A signals. And Kristen can share that with you if you're ever interested.
I would be remiss also if I didn't talk about what a great community we have. The live trading room is helpful. It's educational. It can also be kind of fun and entertaining sometimes. We have people that have been in the live trading room with us for years now. working with us throughout our different generations of our trading strategies. And we have some folks that are brand new into the live trading room. One of the really neat things is as you're in the live trading room and you ask questions, other people also share experiences, and you're getting to trade with a community of people as opposed to just kind of sitting in a room all by yourself trying to figure it out. So I think the live trading room is it's a really good environment to be in each day. And I really enjoy spending each of my days with everybody in the live trading room. Makes it fun.
Rad's asking any update on CycleBot and when it might be offered. As mentioned earlier, we are looking into NinjaTrader with CycleBot. So we had it on Infinity, but of course, Infinity is going to be discontinued. So that does provide a little bit of a setback for us as we switch to a different platform. And unfortunately, we have to start some coding over again as we move to that new platform. So we've experienced, and we didn't expect to have this setback, but it is one, but we're continuing to work on it. Richard, I'm not sure what you mean by NCT. The alerts for the Aurora signals for either the PBs or the A's are all within the TradingView platform. So the alerts will show up in the TradingView platform. TradingView hosts our indicators. TradingView is a charting platform and it hosts our indicators on it. So our indicators are only currently available on TradingView, and that's where the alerts show up, is on TradingView. TradingView is web-based. You can also download it, and there is also an app as well, so the alerts can show up on your phone.
And if you're looking for how to set those up, instructions on how to set those up, that those instructions are provided on our website. You'll have access to some instructions on how to set those up when you have the subscription.
Yep, when you subscribe to the Aurora signals, we take you through exactly how to set up your chart to look like this, which is exactly what we show in the live trading room, and also how to set up your alerts. Alerts do offer some options. You can have your alerts send you an email. They can pop up every time. They can notify you on the app, as mentioned. They can even send you a text message when an alert comes through. And that's all through TradingView.
I sometimes will demonstrate setting up alerts in the live trading room also. So if you have questions when you're in the live trading room, sometimes people have alerts that expire depending on what your level of subscription is to TradingView. Sometimes when we're switching over to new contracts, there's been times where I've actually done a demonstration of that and demonstrated setting those up. One of the other things we do in the live trading room is usually about once a month is we do a back to basics session where those training videos that are on newcycletrading.com, I'll actually almost reteach them. We'll go really slow, step by step, and just focus in on one type of strategy during the day or one type of learning a day. And so it just really slows everything down for those people who are newer and just trying to learn and understand. Those get recorded and sent out to anybody who has a subscription. So there's that additional reinforcement training that we do usually once a month, that if you are interested in trying out Aurora and you're looking for that free week, you can check in with us to see when the Back to Basics week is. That would be a great week to join.
Thank you, Debbie. I'm working on it. So Lydia, if you're brand new, then the first step that I would do is view the education and sign up for a free trial of the live trading room and come join us for a week. That's where I would start. Join the live trading room free for a week. Start there. And then at the end of your week, you would receive an email about next steps of where to go, subscribing to Aurora. And we take you through exactly what you would need for Aurora, and also for TradingView. We give you a link to a 30-day free trial of TradingView, and then contacting Glenn as well. But I would start, just join us for free for a week in the live trading room. All right, I don't see any other questions out there. Kristen, do you have anything else?
Nope, nothing new.
Okay, then we're going to go ahead and close the Q&A. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We will send out a recording tomorrow. I'll include Glenn's information in that email with the recording for those of you that still need it, to contact him for a trial of Tradeovate and or NinjaTrader. So thank you all for being here tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you in the live trading room tomorrow.